Welcome to the class. Today I would like to discuss about Woodward-Fisher rules for carbonyl and aromatic compounds. In the earlier class I explained about the Woodward-Fisher rules for calculating lambda max of unsaturated compounds. That means for the case of dienes and for the case of polyenes we already given the rules. And in this class we are explaining the rules for calculating lambda max for carbonyl compounds and also aromatic compounds. Now let me see first carbonyl compounds. Okay, here I am showing a carbonyl compound which is having alpha beta unsaturation. So this is known as acyclic enone. Okay, because the system contain carbonyl system. For the carbonyl at alpha position, in between alpha and beta position we are having unsaturation. So that means the compound is known as alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound. And you see the composition also. Here this part is known as ene and this part is known as one. So ene and one is present in the compound, so that it is simply known as an enone system. Simply it is known as enone system, and it is present in acyclic manner. This is coming under the category acyclic enone. Okay. Yes, so this is known as acyclic enone. So for the system acyclic enone or 6-membered or higher member cyclic enone, the base value must be 215 nanometer. Okay, so this is the acyclic enone and this is the cyclic enone. For the case of cyclic enone, here we are particularly given 6-membered and higher member. That means after 6 you have 7. 6-membered or 7-membered parent system, that is 6-membered cyclic enone or 7-membered cyclic enone or acyclic enone, whatever the system is present. Okay, like this or like this. Okay, this system or this system, if at all is present, then you have to give the base value 215 nanometer for the case of cyclic enone and acyclic enone. Now come to the another one, 5-membered cyclic enone. Okay, 6-membered cyclic enone attributes 215 nanometer. 5-membered cyclic enone contain or contributes 202. So this one is a 5-membered ring which contain ene and one. So this is a 5-membered cyclic enone system. For such a system is present, the base value for this one is 202 nanometers. For the case of alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde, okay, here you are having alpha beta unsaturated ketone. At the place of CH3, if you substitute hydrogen, see here, at the place of CH3 if you are substituting hydrogen, then it is alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde. Now such a system is present. If it is a parent system, you have to give 207 nanometer. So this is the base value for alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde. Next category is acyclic dienone. Okay, as here we are having enone, so one enone is present. Here we are having dienone. So enone, one enone, and here one enone, dienone, and the system is present in acyclic manner. When such a system is having, okay, for this system acyclic dienone, you have to give base value 245 nanometer. So 245 nanometer is the base value for acyclic dienone. Next come to next point, alpha beta unsaturated carboxylic acids and alpha beta unsaturated carboxylic esters. For this system you have to give 195 nanometer. You have to know all the values, it is compulsory, then only you will get the correct lambda max values for the particular compounds. So for alpha beta unsaturated carboxylic acids and esters you have to give 195 nanometer. So here I am showing the structural environment of alpha beta unsaturated carboxylic acid, alpha beta unsaturated carboxylate ester. Okay. So wherever you find such a structural environment, for the respective structural environment you have to provide particular base value. So this is the main idea about the base value for the respective parent systems. Now let we see the substituents. Depending upon the place of the substituent we will give the increment. When double bond is present in extension of conjugation, when extending of conjugation is present, then you have to provide 30 nanometer increment. If homoannular diene component is present, homoannular diene component, simply here I am writing homoannular diene component. So when HADC is present, then you have to give 39 nanometer. When double bond extending conjugation, double bond extending conjugation, you have to give double bond extending conjugation, you have to give 30 nanometer increment. For each exocyclic double bond just provide 5 nanometer increment. That means these all points may be common, as we already know these points. Next point is, yes, phenyl group. For the phenyl group you have to give 60 nanometer and the phenyl group must be located at beta position, then only you will give the increment as 60 nanometer. Okay, at beta position when phenyl group is substituted, then you have to give 60 nanometer. If at all the phenyl group is present at alpha portion, gamma portion or any higher portions, then there is no increment. For the case of beta substituent only we have to provide 60 nanometer increment. So this is the important one. Now see the next portion, that is alkyl group or ring residue. If alkyl group or ring residue is present and the place of substituent is at alpha portion, if substituent is present you have to provide 10 nanometer increment. When the alkyl group is substituted at beta portion, then you have to give 12 nanometer increment. When alkyl group is substituted at gamma portion, then you have to give 18 nanometer. When alkyl group is substituted other than or higher the gamma, you will have delta. So at delta portion, at whatever the portion higher value, then also you have to give 18 nanometer. Okay, clear? That means, okay, simply I am showing one, yes. So this is enone system. Now this enone system which is having alpha beta. So now the alpha portion and beta portion are unsubstituted. If suppose you have the substitution, okay, At alpha portion there is no substitution. At beta portion one alkyl substitution is present. For the substitution of alkyl group at beta position, how much increment we have to give? For beta you have to give 12. That means you have to write the base value for acyclic acyclic enone and give the increment for alkyl group at beta portion. So this is the way of giving the respective substituents. Okay. Now see the next substituent OH. If OH group is acting as a substituent, OH is acting as a substituent. If at alpha portion, that means at alpha portion if OH is located, then you have to give 35 nanometer increment. If the OH place is at beta, okay, OH is located at beta, then you have to give 30 nanometer. When OH is located at gamma, so there is no gamma here. There is no gamma here means there is no value for gamma substitution. If at all gamma has substituted by OH, you have to give 0 increment. Okay. Next one is delta. For delta position you have to give 50 nanometer increment. OH at alpha 35, OH at beta 30, OH at delta 50. This is for hydroxy substitution. Now come to alkoxy substitution. When alkoxy group is present at alpha position, then you have to provide 35 nanometer increment. When alkoxy group is present at beta position, then you give 30 nanometer increment. When alkoxy group is present at gamma portion, 17 nanometer. If it is located at delta portion, then you have to give 31 nanometer. Okay. Right. I will show the requirement also. This is alpha portion and this is beta portion, and this one is gamma and this one is delta. So this is the places or positions. If at all alpha portion is substituted, you will have particular increment, beta particular increment, gamma particular increment, and delta particular increment. So depending upon the position of the group, we have to give the increments. Okay. Now come to acyl oxy substitution. So when acyl oxy substitution is present at alpha position, you have to give 6 nanometer increment. At beta position you have to give 6 nanometer increment. At gamma position there is no value, 0. At delta position you have to give 6 nanometer increment for the case of acyl oxy substituent. Now come to chloro substituent. For the case of chloro substituent, we have to consider alpha and beta positions only. There is no gamma and delta. For the case of bromo also there is no gamma and delta. We have to consider alpha and beta. Okay. For chloro and bromo substitutions, for alpha 15 for chloro, for beta 12 nanometer. For the case of bromo, alpha 25 nanometer, beta 35 nanometer. Okay. Now move to another substituent, dialkyl amine. When dialkyl amine is acting as a substituent, when it is present at beta position, okay, only beta position, N-alkyl amine is substituted at beta portion, then only it will get 95 nanometer increment. Whether it is present at alpha, gamma or delta, there will be no increment. For the case of beta only, we have to give 95 nanometer increment for dialkyl amine. Next substituent is thioalkyl substituent. When thioalkyl substituent is present at beta portion only, here also at beta portion we have to give 85 nanometer increment. Rest of the positions alpha, gamma and delta, if at all thioalkyl group is present, then there will be no increment. For the case of beta substitution only, we have to provide 85 nanometer. Okay, so this is the overall picture of parent system values and substituent increment values. Now let me take some examples. These are the examples. I already given the values, simply verifying all the values. So this system is a parent system which is having 6-membered cyclic enone system. So this is the first system, 6-membered cyclic enone system, and the parent system will contribute 215 nanometer. So first one is selecting of the parent system. Once we select the parent system, now let we see the substituents, alpha portion and this is the beta portion. At alpha portion you are having bromo substitution, alpha position substituting bromo group, it will bear 25 nanometer, already given in the earlier table. So alpha position by bromo substitution you will have to give 25 nanometer, and for the case of beta, so here beta position is having one ring residue, only one ring residue. So at beta portion ring residue is present, you have to give 12 nanometer. Total all the values you will get 249 nanometer. So this is the calculated lambda max for the given compound. Now let me see another example. Here also you are having 6-membered cycle. So cyclic system 6-membered and it is a enone. 6-membered cyclic enone system is present. So the parent value will attribute the base value as 215 nanometers. Okay, now let me give the alpha position as well as beta position. So there is no extension of conjugation, we need not provide a gamma portion and delta portion, there is only alpha and beta portions. At alpha portion at alpha portion you are having hydroxy substitution. Okay, alpha OH you have to give 35 nanometer increment. At beta position you are having 1 and 2. So 2 ring residues are present for a beta position. So for beta position 2 ring residues are present. For 1 ring residue we are having 12 nanometer increment. For 2 ring residues 12 into 2, totally 24 nanometer. So on totaling all the values we will get the final lambda max for this compound. Okay, right. Now come to this example. Yes, of course this example is also come under the same category, cyclic 6-membered enone system. So the base value of the parent is 215 nanometers and it is having extension of conjugation, alpha position, beta position, gamma position and delta position. So all the positions are available for this system and you are having extension of conjugation. So this is the parent one, cyclic 6-membered enone system. For this cyclic 6-membered enone system, here we are the extension of conjugation, double bond extending conjugation. Okay, double bond extending conjugation you have to give 30 nanometer increment. See here two rings bearing two double bonds which are present in different rings, then this system is coming under heteroannular system. For heteroannular system there is no increment of course. If at all the structural requirement is homoannular, then we have to give increment. So this is the extra point you have to consider here. Okay, right. So parent system is known, double bond extending conjugation is found. Next, see the substituents. At alpha position there is no substitution, at beta position you have substitution. So this is one ring residue. At gamma there is no substitution, at delta you are having one ring residue. So at beta, at gamma, at delta you are having ring residues. So respective values we have to give increments. At beta portion 12 nanometer, at delta portion you have to give 18 nanometer increment. Now let me consider any exocyclic double bond is present in the system. Yes, of course, here this is A ring and this is B ring. For the case of A ring there is no exocyclic double bond, and for the case of B ring you are having one exocyclic double bond. So for exocyclic double bond you have to give 5 nanometer increment. So totaling all the values you will get yes 280 nanometers. So this is the calculated lambda max value for the compound given. Now come to this compound. This compound contain, of course this is also a 6-membered cyclic enone system. So 6-membered cyclic enone system, but here one competition. So here you are having for this portion cyclic enone system, for this portion also cyclic enone system is present, but for this case alpha and beta only the places, but for here alpha, beta, gamma and delta extension of conjugation is present here. So that's why we have to consider this portion, leaving this portion. Okay, even though conjugation is present, we have to find the extension of conjugation. So the parent system must have 250 nanometer increment, and we are having one double bond extending in conjugation 30 nanometer. The double bond which is participating in the extension of conjugation and the two double bonds are present in the same ring. Okay, so this structural environment is known as homoannular. So you are having extension of double bond as well as homoannular diene system. So you have to give two increments. For double bond extending conjugation 30 nanometer, for homoannular diene system 39 nanometer. In the above example also we are having double bond extending conjugation, but here there is no homoannular diene system. So that's why we are not providing 39 here, because it is present in heteroannular manner, but here we are having homoannular system. So as homoannular system is present, we have to give 39 nanometer. Next one is alpha portion, and this is beta portion, and this one gamma, and this one is delta. For alpha one ring residue, for delta one ring residue, and for the case of beta also we are having one ring residue. There is no ring residue or substituent at gamma position. So for alpha we have to give 10 nanometer, for beta 12 nanometer, for delta 18 nanometer, and this is only the considerable portion. And here you are having exocyclic double bond. Okay, one exocyclic double bond is present. So on totaling all the values you will get yes 329 nanometer. So this is the overall lambda max value for the compound given. Now come to next system. This is a cyclic 5-membered enone system. All the systems that we discussed in the above examples are 6-membered cyclic enone systems, and this one is 5-membered cyclic enone system. The parent value must be 202 nanometer. So this is the alpha portion and this is the beta portion. At alpha portion you are having one ring residue, at beta portion you are having two ring residues. Okay, right. For alpha portion you have to give 10 nanometer, for beta 12, so totally 2, 12 into 2, 24. On adding the all values you will get 236 nanometer. So this is the calculated lambda max value for the given 5-membered cyclic enone system. Like this, whatever the compound is given, you just find out the lambda max value for acyclic one or cyclic one, highly cyclic membered or 5-membered or 6-membered or 7-membered, whatever. Okay, finding the values and calculate the lambda max. Now this is the time for calculating the lambda max for aromatic compounds. In the aromatic system, if you see here, a compound consists of aromatic compound, benzene ring requirement is present, if ketone is present. Okay, if it is a ketone, so here the substitution is or functional group present here is C double bond O CH3, or it is simply known as acyl benzene, and the functional group category it must be known as an aromatic ketone. For the aromatic ketone, the base value must be 246. For aromatic aldehyde, the base value must be 250, and for the case of carboxylic acid and carboxylate ester, you have to give the parent value or base value as 230 nanometer. So this is for the case of aromatic compounds. Now let me see the substituents and their respective increments. If alkyl group is a substituent, if alkyl group is a substituent, if at all substituent is present in the aromatic system, there we must consider the position of the substituent, whether it is present in alpha position, ortho position, meta position or para position. So depending upon the position we will give particular increment. If at all alkyl group is situated at ortho to the parent system, that means aromatic ketone, aromatic aldehyde or aromatic carboxylic acid or an ester is the parent system. For the particular parent system, if at all the substituent is situated at ortho position, particularly alkyl group, you have to give 3 nanometer increment. For the case of meta, you have to give 3 nanometer increment, and for the case of para, just give 10 nanometer increment. This is for alkyl group substitution at the aromatic ring. Now if OH group or OR, hydroxy substitution or alkoxy substitution is present at ortho position, 7 nanometer increment, at meta position 7 nanometer increment, at para position 25 nanometer increment. Right. If suppose chloro group is substituted, at ortho there is no value 0, at meta there is no value 0, at para position the amount of increment has to be given is 10 nanometer. Now consider bromo substitution. When bromo is a substituent, it is located at ortho position, then you have to give 2 nanometer increment. at meta position 2 nanometer, at para position 15 nanometer. So this is about bromo substitution. Now come to amine. When amine is a substituent, if it is located at ortho position 13 nanometer, at meta position 13 nanometer, at para position 58 nanometer. One of the hydrogen is substituted by alkyl. So alkyl amine. When alkyl amine is a substituent, at ortho no increment, at meta no increment, at para the increment must be 73 nanometers. When the substituent is dimethylamine, dimethylamine. If suppose dimethylamine is a substituent or simply dialkylamine, then you have to give increment ortho at ortho 20 nanometer, at meta 20 nanometer, at para 85 nanometer. Now come to next one, that is amide. If suppose NHCOCH3 is a substituent, if it is located at ortho position, then you have to give increment at ortho 20 nanometer, at meta 20 nanometer, at para 45 nanometer. And for the case of O minus, oxygen which is having a negative charge, phenol to phenoxide ion, then you find such a environment O minus. If such a environment is present, that is acting as a substituent, at ortho position you have to give 11 nanometer, at meta position 20 nanometer, and at para position 78 nanometer. Here I am indicating the star mark. The star mark indicates that depending upon the steric hindrance, if steric hindrance is more, the value must be variable, it has to change. So that is why here I am showing star mark. And next I am explaining the aromatic system by taking some examples. So consider here, so this aromatic system which is having a ketone, so this is acting as a ketone functionality. For this system, a parent value must be 246 nanometer, okay, 246 nanometer, and you have to see the substituents, where are the substituents are present. So here it is ortho, yes, here it is ortho and meta, here para. For this case, this is ortho. So one ortho position is having substitution, ortho having ring residue. So at ortho position you are having ring residue. For ortho position, if at all ring residue or alkyl substituent is present, you have to give 3 nanometer increment. So given. Next, there is no group situated at meta portion. Come to para. So here para position having OMe, that is methoxy. So at para position you are having methoxy substituent, have to provide 25 nanometer increment. So finally on calculation or on adding you will get totally 274 nanometer. Okay, so this is the lambda max calculated for the given compound. Now come to this system. This system is also a aromatic ketone system. So parent value is 246 nanometer. For this one, this is ortho portion and this is meta and this is para, and here you are having ortho and meta. So there is no substituent at para position. Okay, there is no substituent at para position, but here you are having two substituents at ortho position only. For this carbon atom, here this group is ortho and this group is also ortho. So here you are having ring residue. One ring residue is present at ortho position, and here this side at ortho position you are having OH residue or OH substituent. For one ring residue at ortho position you have to give 3 nanometer increment. For one OH substitution at ortho position you have to give 7 nanometer increment, right. So ortho position is over. Now come to meta position. Meta position, which is having chloro substitution, as we already known that chloro substituent at meta portion will not have any increment. So that's why there is no increment for chlorine, and at para position there is no substitution. So on totaling all the values, we will have the final lambda max is 256 nanometers. So this is the way of calculating lambda max for the given compound, whether it is enone or aromatic compound. You have to follow the rules given, and the values must be calculated. Thank you. Thanks for giving the opportunity.